of the ecosystem in Bahrain. We're known for being a small island. Everybody knows everybody. Business people used to support each other. So we have a very long history of ecosystem, but later on when it became formal, I'd like to, okay. It became formal with our Economic Vision 2030, which focused on the support of SMEs and entrepreneurs in order to shift from an oil economy to a more diversified economy, which will, and looking for increasing the contribution of SMEs in the GDP, which will create, of course, more jobs and support the economy overall. Later on, the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Directorate was initiated in 2017. The main role was to actually collect all the efforts of the ecosystem, highlight the main players, and create a board, which is the SMEs Development Board. It is actually consists of 5 entities. Yeah, it's 5 entities chaired by His Excellency, the Minister of Industry, Commerce and Tourism. Those 5 partners are our main stakeholders of the ecosystem. Each has its main role, like the Ministry of Youth and Sports Affairs is responsible for enabling youth. EDB Bahrain is looking for the indirect investments, foreign investments. Tamkeen means enabling. It injects programs to the private sector in terms of training and so. The 5th one is, it's hidden. The 5th one is the government.
Did we lose her?
Please, you just need to unmute. Yeah.
We're fine. We're back.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
That's okay.
We're good.
Let's move. The board focused on. I just need to move this. Okay. The board focused on 5 important pillars that every entrepreneur and SME is keen about: access to finance, access to markets, streamlining business environment, foster skill development, and foster innovation. Collectively, they came up with 21 initiatives to be implemented over 5 years up to 2022, hopefully. We have reached so far 60% of that, which is considered very good. I'll be just showing you how we streamline between those pillars and the ecosystem players. So as we had today, some of our colleagues from business incubators, accelerators. So eventually in Bahrain, it was only a sector owned by the government. We had industrial government incubator, but later on in 2017, out of the SDB board, we had the licensing of the commercial activity of the incubator accelerators, which actually more engaged the private sector to invest in such an important sector. Currently, we have 24 licensed business incubators and accelerators. It is the role of the SMEs Directorate to license those. We try to promote sector-specific incubators, accelerators, because we have seen how good are the outputs. We have in Bahrain different sectors of incubators like fintech, youth, media, e-commerce, technology, medical, and so on. Of course, all of them provide support and services for the startups and entrepreneurs in their early stages of the business. Another part of our ecosystem is the Export Bahrain. Exactly November 2018, it was launched back then. It's exactly 2 years. It is hitting high numbers. The value of exports is a total of $46.4 million US dollars. A lot of tools there. It's free for SMEs to utilize the services. We have been seeing increasing numbers of national SMEs exporting for the first time. Another initiative that was involving a number of our ecosystem, like again, Tamkeen, Exports Bahrain, the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Tourism, the UNIDO, and some of the hypermarkets, was the initiative to access the market by the national SMEs made in Bahrain, make it more easy to those to access the internal markets and be able to also strengthen their position globally. And of course, that is by enhancing the quality of the national product. And also it's being a successful initiative. Moving to the next slide. A recent project actually was, we wanted to make sure that everybody is getting the benefit from all the initiatives of all the ecosystem entities. So we have created a portal for SMEs to register as SMEs and be certified according to their size. That will allow them to actually benefit from all the initiatives, the 21 initiatives gradually being achieved. Right now, the great success is being the allocation of 20% shares of SMEs in the government tenders. It gives them a great opportunity to engage in government tenders. Okay. The community in Bahrain is quite large. Just a glance, we can never get enough of community members. We have a number of societies. We have launched quite few large events in the past years. Starting next Sunday, we'll be having the GEW Bahrain, which is the week of entrepreneurs. It is organized by Tamkeen. It's being a success year after year. So collectively, all of those really bring together like-minded startups. Access to finance is a major challenge for entrepreneurs. So in Bahrain, we try to have as much as funding tools. So we have the accelerators, incubators themselves investing in these startups. We have the angels. We have let me go by sequence, the grants, the bank loans from the development banks, as we said. We have the VC investments, the initial public offering from the Bahrain bourse. We have the private sector funds, which is Al-Waha Fund of Funds. It's a fund equals $100 million for tech startups. We have the angel investor, one of the oldest is Tenmo. It's been launched in 2011. And the crowdfunding regulations is also available in Bahrain. I'll try to go faster. As we had a few people, our colleagues talking from universities, it is also a great role of universities. Our universities, our schools, all of them teach entrepreneurship curriculums. We have an incubator in the National University of Bahrain. Coming soon is a technology transfer center as well. We have the EDIP, which is the Bahrain Arab model to train entrepreneurs with UNIDO. It's been there for several years and hundreds of graduates of entrepreneurs. This is the last slide. I just brought up a number of our policies through the years. I'd like you to go over them. I just have, I believe, less than 2 minutes. So I'll just pick a few. We have 100% foreign ownership for most of our striving sectors. Everything is being done online in Bahrain. We have the fintech regulatory sandbox, and we have, as I said, the crowdfunding, the other policy. Of course, you can have a look after. I'll just wrap it up. I'd like to thank you all again for giving me this opportunity and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Manar. That was certainly very interesting. We see a lot of things that Bahrain is doing to encourage entrepreneurship. I was particularly interested, you emphasized access to markets. And in the slide you had there, you were showing it's not just domestic markets, but international markets that the companies need to succeed. And you had that in there as one of your points, which I thought was very, very interesting. So again, I want to thank you for a very good presentation. And I wish you well in the future.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, we're down to our last speaker, and that's Jeffrey Milonette. I hope I said that right. He's the president and founder of Innovative Partners in the U.S. Jeff?
Good morning. I'd love to speak. I can't seem to be getting the